It's a very special day on the count, and his team's run through the finish line of the season, Graham. There must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're playoffs bound?
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. The perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. And it's quickly in at the point. And RJ, you grew up in Phoenix. I imagine still a lot of connections in this neck of the woods.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to win a state title in high school in this building right here. But some of the people still work here. Then I played my college ball just a few hours away in Tucson. Bear down.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. Here's Gillespie. Outside Booker. They set a pick. Pass to Green. 4-3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Here's Toronto with the ball. Three from Barnes. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid up and in by Pirtle.
Is one of Pirtle's greatest strengths is offensive rebound. He just has a nose for finding second chance points.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Suns. One player he is worried about in particular is Scottie Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Brian, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And so it's Phoenix with it. Toronto making their last shot. Out to the right wing. Here's Gillespie. His last outing, he had 18 points. And here's Green from the arc. Again, Green missing.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence. Whew. Right now, they are humming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
Here's Gillespie. Toronto making their last shot. Pass to Iguodaro. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Getting this one to fall hopefully gets things rolling. Their first make out of 5 shots.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
The Suns have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. And here's Green from the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's quickly. Back to Ingram. Lets it go from deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You can't help but look toward their defense as they're totally lost.
Outside O'Neal from the arc. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Iguodaro's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And right away, he's gone to work on the boards, just fighting for every rebound.
A really good start for him overall. He's already having a big impact on this game.
Now, here's Green. His last outing, he had 24 points. Pass to Iguodaro. Here he goes. Oh, he cranks it down right on top of Jakob Pirtle.
Taking on more playmaking responsibilities, Booker has matured over the years, becoming a better teammate.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Shot is good by Barrett.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Suns trail by 8. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And here's Booker, guarded by Quickly. Booker can't get it to go.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And that one's good. Quickly.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Rebound by the Raptors.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
A different look for Phoenix. Dunn, he's checked in for O'Neal, and it's Allen in for Gillespie. Here's Barrett. Barnes with a screen on Booker. Quickly from outside. Knocks it down from distance. Quickly's got 10.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
1:27 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Booker. And the Suns miss again. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 19-6 run. Here's Murray Boyles. Iguodala grabs a miss.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so quickly we'll bring it up to the Toronto Raptors. 10-point lead, their last encounter in Toronto.
They beat this team last time largely because of the massive free throw disparity.
Yeah, they played a very smart and physical game, creating a lot of calls that often went their way.
Now here's Allen. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. The shot by Dunn, no good. Raptors lead by 10. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Murray Boyles. Still without a bucket. The layup off target. Here's Green. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Outside Barrett. Barnes with a screen on Green. The three, Barrett. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Raptors out in front. They lead by 13. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Raptors, this has been a game they've wanted to have.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they play. Great showing from them.
So for Toronto right now, quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. And it's Murray Boyles in at the center position. Suns trail by 15. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Mamukelashvili's checked in for Toronto. Shed comes in for Quickly. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you.
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. Coffee. For 3, Allen. Rebound, Toronto.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Beyond the arc. Allen can't get it to go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Shed. To the middle. Here's Murray Boyles. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Here's Coffee. No made baskets yet. Missed inside.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
Here's Shed. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, BA, the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
The first one falls. So he gets them both. And, of course, you won a ring with the Cavs in 2016, Richard. Talk about the challenge of winning a title.
In a lot of ways, it just comes down to will and grit. The playoffs are an extra 2 months of intense basketball. The team that wins it all normally has the most help and motivation.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Pirtle's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for Barrett. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Outside Booker. Pass to Gillespie. Here's Highsmith. And the Suns miss again.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
For three, Booker gets the three ball to go.
Oh, the ever-expanding range of Devin Booker, making you pick him up pretty much at half court.
Here's Shed. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Lets it go from the wing. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 5 points.
Instantaneous offense. Booker gets the hot pass and quickly has that shot in the air.
Here's Shed. Pass to Mamukelashvili. And he goes in for the dunk.
I guess you don't need two hands when one will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Gillespie passes to Booker. Takes a 13-footer. Again, Phoenix. Good for 2.
And after struggling out the gate, he's looked more confident. And it's why his teammates have continued to feed him.
The floater. And the bucket by Pirtle. Pirtle's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Highsmith. For 3. Buries it from 3.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And that one's good. Ingram.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Suns trail by 21. A different look for Phoenix. Iguodala comes in for Highsmith. And Green is subbed in for Allen. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first half. And here's Green from the arc. Oh, he misses again. That makes him 0 for 8. Here's Shed. Pass to Walter. Launches it. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. Here's Gillespie. Taken away. Inside. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Booker. That one doesn't drop. Pirtle with some nice D. Toronto passing it around. Here's Shed. Here's Ingram. Rebounded by Green. Phoenix has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Booker for 3, and that comes off the assist by Green. Booker's got 10.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, hitting consistent from deep.
Basket's good.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Outside O'Neal. Here's Gillespie. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Shed. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And that game against the Nuggets, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Raptors.
How about the points in the paint? Clearly, they made it a priority coming in, and it's paying dividends, Ernie.
Yeah, I remember those days pounded inside. Break your opponent's spirit.
Easy now. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Emmanuel quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executed.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Green, also Royce O'Neal out there, and it's Iguodaro in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Shed. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Pure from three-point range. Shed's got 9 points.
I guess that defense thought they could live with that, and he punished them for thinking so.
Booker, the pass to Gillespie. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Walter, outside for Ingram. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 10.
Developing a more compact motion on his shot has improved Ingram's consistency from range.
Green up top. No points yet. Out of bounds. It'll be Raptors ball. Let's see some of the numbers here for Brandon Ingram.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. They set the pick to the inside. Murray Boyles can't get it to go. The Suns shooting just around 32% from the field. To the wing on the left. Gillespie knocks down the long J. Gillespie's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Richard, the journey is unique for everybody. That's certainly the case with Royce O'Neal.
Yeah, after playing at 2 different universities and then going undrafted, he played 2 years overseas in Germany and Spain, and then he finally signed with an NBA team and has not looked back.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, appreciate the update. Fires in the triple.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Booker finds Green. No good on the triple.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Quickly with the ball. 15 points in the game. Murray Boyles can't get it to go.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Toronto has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Down low. Here's Mamukelashvili. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Mamukelashvili's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Outside for Green. From outside the arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Murray Boyles has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Walter. Misses off the left iron.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Pass to O'Neal. Outside for Booker. He buries it from 3. Booker's got 13.
Keep feeding the hot hand. Booker has it going in this one.
Here's Walter. No points so far. 1:57 left to play in the 3rd quarter here. Back to Green. This one for 3. Rebound Toronto. Murray Boyles has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's quickly, and he bangs it home with one hand.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Gillespie, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. There's a screen. Quickly from outside. Sends it home from 3-point land. Quickly's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. And for the Suns, they're shooting only 30% in the 3rd quarter. Here's Gillespie, guarded by Quickly, to the paint. The steal! And a fast break now for the Raptors. And Walter gets it to go on the assist by Quickly. Quickly's got his 4th assist with that last one. And the Suns shooting just around 32% from the field. Outside Booker, they need this. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
And that one's good. Quickly.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 3-pointer O'Neal. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Outside Dick. Fires the 3. No good that time. At the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Toronto out in front, running away with it. And we'll be back right after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for Toronto right now, Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. And it's Dick in at the 3 slot. Now here's Quickly. There's the triple. Highsmith grabs the board. Quickly outside. Here's Dick. Money from the wing. Dick's got his first points of the night.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
The shot. Booker, no good. Toronto's gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Barnes. It's stolen by Dunn. Booker against Quickly. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Booker. Oh, steps back and drains the jumper.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
Now here's Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. The three. Barnes, it's good. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Pass to Coffee, takes the three. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Barnes a screen. The three is up. Dick with a miss. And Booker has got the ball here for Phoenix. Inside, here's Dunn. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
At point blank range, oh yeah, you're not missing from there.
Pass to Barrett. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Drops in the three.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Here's Coffee. Outside Booker. Now, Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Now here's Quickly. To the inside. Barnes, no good. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Here's Booker. Shoots over Barnes. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now.
Oh, a nice slam by the swingman Barnes. His athleticism is his greatest strength.
And the foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul. And the Suns making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And the Raptors making a change here. Here's Allen. Outside Booker. Pass to Coffee. Puts it up. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles has got his 6th rebound on the night. Shot is good by Barrett.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Barrett against Booker. Here's Coffee to end the run. Phoenix no good that time either. Here's Shed. And the layup is good off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Puts up a three. Coffee can't get it to go.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Counted from distance.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Raptors.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. O'Neal, he's checked in for Highsmith. Green comes in for Coffee. And Gillespie is subbed in for Allen. Dick gets the bucket.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
Now here's Dick. Jacks up a three. Lets the three fly. Toronto the rebound. Here's the three. No good on the shot. Here's Gillespie. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie Laporte, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Emmanuel Quickley.